Hello everybody and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. In this video I will go through the second floor of the Earth Temple. I'm not sure what you call this floor. It's B1, but I don't know what B stands for. Basement? Bottom? Below? Bankrupt bureaucracy? The game isn't very clear on that point. This room right here is rather simple. What you have to do is play your magical song to destroy the block. There's a little bit more to this room. You can use the Deku Leaf to fly over to these platforms right over there. That lets you get an item which you can use on your Game Boy Advance if you have the Tingle Tuner activated. But I don't have a Game Boy Advance, so I'm not going to bother getting that item. In fact, it's impossible to get the item unless you have a Game Boy Advance. Here in this room we have two of the re-dead enemies. I'm going to continue my strategy of using jump attacks to destroy them. And I believe I need to shine light over here on the mirror. Fantastic, we have a doorway. Uh-oh, we have more of this purple fog. Link can't attack or use items while he's in the fog. So instead of fighting the enemies, what you have to do is simply avoid them. Here you want to pull the giant, absolutely massive mirror onto the switch, and then hit the other switch. Wrong direction, Link. Wrong direction. Right, avoid the enemies again. And back to this room. I complained about this in the previous video, but it bears repeating. I don't understand why Link is unable to push this block here. It seems like this would be less heavy than that gigantic mirror Link was just pushing. In any event, what you have to do is use the mirror shield on the statue in order to push the block. We have another mirror over here, so shine light on that mirror. And this leads to another room with the purple fog. The fog is actually going to create a maze of sorts. What you have to do is figure out how to get through this room while not being attacked by enemies. So obviously there's an enemy over there, you don't want to go there. There's an enemy there, so you want to avoid it. Enemy there. No enemy here. And this is the end of the maze. For getting through the maze, Link receives a small key. And it looks like there's another treasure chest in this room. I imagine I get it from defeating all of the enemies. Unfortunately, these enemies can be kind of difficult to attack. So let's see what weapons work on these enemies. Maybe the arrows work. Or maybe bombs work. They seem to drop bombs. Oh, those arrows work well. I'm sticking with arrows here. Oh, where's the enemy? Oh no! So you have to be close enough for the enemy to appear, but far away enough so the enemy can't attack you. That can be kind of tricky sometimes. Oh no! Oh no! And that's the reason why you don't want to get too close to the enemies. If you get too close to the enemies, they will grab you and take you back to the main room of the first floor. Which means you have to backtrack all the way to where you were in order to continue through the dungeon. And unfortunately, it looks like enemies reappear. Let's see if that's the case in the maze room. Yeah, that's the case in the maze room. I have to fight all 6 of the enemies again? 6 or 7 of them? Nah. I'm not gonna fight all those enemies again. It's just not worth it. So push the block over here, and you reach the locked door. Might as well call Medli over here. She hasn't really been useful ever since she destroyed that stone block, but it would be rude to leave her behind. It's kind of too bad that there aren't more flying challenges with Medli. Flying with Medli is actually pretty fun. And here we have several enemies. Let me defeat these enemies before solving the puzzles in the room. We have 2 Poes, and as we've previously learned, Poes are defeated with light. Ooh, looks like there's a 3rd Poe, actually. Okay, that guy gave me a heart, and I was too slow to get the arrows. So here we have more of the statues which can be defeated with light. You'll notice I am having a hard time hitting these 2 statues over here. That's because we have another puzzle with Medli. Once again, we're going to have to reflect light with Medli, and then reflect that light with Link. So let's shine the light over here. That looks like it would be good. And that's the doorway. I think I'm at the wrong angle to shine light onto that thing. But don't worry, because there's absolutely nothing hidden behind it. Oh, and this room. This room is a major troll. We have a treasure chest in the left-hand corner, right? You can see the treasure chest in the left-hand corner. So the game is trying to get you to go for that treasure chest. Let me show you what that is like. You have a bunch of enemies and a bunch of damage, all for 20 rupees. It's really not worth it. Okay, maybe 30 rupees, but still. The best strategy is to not go for the treasure chest. Instead, just take Medli on the other pathway through this room. Medli, just follow after me, okay? Now we're done with this room, which went really badly for me. Wait, is that a Stalfos? Ah, it's the mini-boss! Quick, Medli, run, 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 run! Run, run, run as fast as you can! Okay, okay, we made it out. We made it out. We made it out of that room, and we made it all the way over here to the boss door. Great, so now Link can simply go through the door and fight the boss of the dungeon, and whoops, I forgot to get the boss key.